first of all, welcome you all here. Thank you very much for coming all the way from Chennai, and I think you were busy today in one of the political event is happening, so thank you very much for taking time and coming here. As you know that ROCKWOOL is one of the biggest large corporate in the field of hot insulation, and we are from the Denmark. So now in last 3 days our board from Europe is visiting India. Last 3 days we are meeting a lot of customers here, and we also met a few of the Danish companies and government authorities. So we do have a lot of things to share with you today. So let me introduce Mr. Thomas Kaler, who is a chairman of the board. Mr. Daryl Matthews, Managing Director, South Asia, ROCKWOOL Asia, and myself, Madam Singh, Business Unit Director for India. So thank you very much, and Odor of Forum, we can ask questions, and I would like to request Thomas Kaler sir to start his opening statement. Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you very much, and welcome to this meeting. Nice to see so many people from the press. So again, my name is Thomas Kaler. I'm chairman of the board of the ROCKWOOL Group, and to give you a bit of an idea, ROCKWOOL is a company that was founded in Denmark back in 1937. So it's rather an old group. We are manufacturing stone wool insulation material that is helping to save energy, achieve energy efficiency in buildings. And besides being a very good insulation material, it's also it doesn't burn, so it is a good material to prevent fires from spreading in buildings. So we have been manufacturing these products for many years, starting in Denmark, then in Europe, then we expanded into North America and Asia, where we have a number of facilities. We established a facility in India back in 2011, so 13 years ago, and we find India to be a very interesting place for our business, and that is why the board has been visiting here in Chennai since Monday. We have spent the week, met with a lot of other companies that have business here. We have met with and engaged with customers that are currently getting our products from our facility in the West. And I'm delighted to inform that, or we've heard that we have decided now to go for a second investment in India, where we will build a slightly bigger facility close here to Chennai. It's an investment of 50 million euro, that translates into 500 million.
550 crores.
500, right? And that is expected to be operational in first half of 26. Now, the reason for investing further in India is that we have a very good impression that there is a lot of growth, a lot of things happening in India, not least in this part, in Tamil Nadu. Also that we see a strong commitment in India to greenify and go for energy efficient and sustainable solutions, which is exactly what we are offering. We don't see this as the end, but merely the next step in our expansion into India, and I'm quite sure that it will not be 13 years till we will need more capacity. We see a lot of interest in our products, and we would actually like this new factory to be operational yesterday, because we see a big demand for the products that we are manufacturing. So I see this as a next important step in our expansion into India, and hopefully we will soon be inviting for a similar meeting when we will announce another expansion in the years to come.
Thanks, Thomas. So you can ask questions, please. Look here.
It is in Dahesh in the
northwest.
Yeah, in the Gujarat.
And what is it producing? Is it different from the products what you're going to?
Sorry.
So
we have a I would say a state-of-the-art facility up in the northwest in the Gujarat state. Been there since 2011. It's a slightly smaller factory than the one which we are going to invest in here in Tamil Nadu. And we will also here in the new investment obviously adopt the latest group technology, and we will manufacture some new innovative products which are used for some specialist applications. So that will be, I guess, a unique feature of our factory down here in the south.
So what are the specialized applications or niche applications?
Sure, they're primarily fire related. Our products are, like Thomas mentioned, are entirely non-combustible. And we see an increased awareness and a growing demand for non-combustible solutions in India. So there is that, and then we will also bring what we call a dual density technology to India for addressing a form of residential renovation and also construction method.
So it's mainly for the construction and building sector, the products you make cater to, right?
Yeah, we service, I would say, three key three segments here in India. One is general building insulation. One is industrial applications, typically processing industry. So oil refinery, oil and gas refineries, cement industries like that. And we also have a growing, what we call an OEM segment, which is primarily for us today, the insulated panels segment here in India, which is a growing trend throughout the country.
Are they alternatives to some traditional materials what you supply, or it's more of a green material which can recyclable? What exactly is that?
Yeah, I mean our products. I mean we obviously produce sustainable building products which increase the energy efficiency of buildings. So in terms of benefits, what does that bring? I mean, more energy efficient buildings means that they consume less energy, so less cost for people who own those buildings. It also means less energy, more environmentally friendly, less pollution. And our products also, they have acoustic and thermal properties, so it improves the living condition inside buildings for people. So from a social aspect, very much heavily focused on the health or improving the health and well-being for people who live inside those buildings.
Just one question. What will be the capacity of the Chennai plant?
It will be a 50,000 tons.
50?
50, yeah.
Tons. Thousands.
Will it be done in phases or will it be in?
No, the capacity will come in on the first phase. First phase, yeah.
In Gujarat also you have the similar kind of facility. You are also doing an insulated stone wool based product.
Correct. We manufacture the same product in Gujarat. The factory is slightly smaller than this one.
Okay. Do you have plans to expand there, or do you have any space constraint there?
Expand in India?
In Gujarat.
In Gujarat. Yeah, I think our honest answer to that question would be that we continually monitor the demand in India nationally. We've seen the Northwest grow substantially for us. I mean, 2011 when we started that factory, it was primarily for export. Today, 90% of what we produce there is now for domestic India. So we've seen that switch there in the Gujarat state. So here we're expecting exactly the same. We expect a local for local factory here in Gujarat to service South India. And then we will look at future expanding, depending on where the markets develop and where demand develops.
So how much is exported now?
We export very, very little now from Gujarat. Around 10% probably of what we produce is exported.
What is the revenue contribution?
What
is the revenue contribution by the Gujarat unit?
The revenue contribution.
Okay. It is around, we are reaching around 250 crores now.
I mean, the rationale behind this Chennai facility is you want to closer to the customer segments, markets, right? Where you see the demand growing, right? One, Gujarat might take care of, north and west. This can take care of south, right?
Yeah, sure. So I mean, the logistics element is one reason why we looked at South India. But I mean, if you think about Tamil Nadu, 1/3 of India's GDP, I think it's leading the forefront in terms of the green transition here in India. That to have a net zero carbon neutrality by 2070. So all of our products, like Thomas mentioned, contribute towards those targets. And today in India, pan-India, we are relatively small, and we want to be part of India's, I guess, transition towards that target, and we look forward to supporting that.
What is the big carbon net zero goal?
The group's carbon,
net zero.
global carbon initiative.
I don't recall numbers, but I can give you some.
So you must have
2030 or 2040. What
fixed a target for
No, we have a
net zero
we have a zero emission target in 2050.
2050.
But we have some.
50.
We have a SBTI target with specific reduction numbers in 30 and 35. I don't recall exactly the numbers, but that is with
It's something we
SBTI.
can provide, isn't it? Yeah.
Definitely. But I can give you some other interesting numbers that in average our products are saving more than 100 times the energy going into its production during its lifetime, meaning that typically within half a year after installation, the product has earned back the energy that went into its production. On some of the industrial applications, for instance, a cement factory or something else, it's much higher. It can then have paybacks within days from installation, so it really saves a lot of, these products saves a lot of energy. And of course the energy we save is the best energy. It's much better to save energy than to make energy with solar or other ways. So that is why it's so important to increase the energy efficiency in all applications.
What about the raw materials for your products? Do you import it or do you have a supply chain built here?
It's a very good raw material because we can get it almost anywhere we produce. Our main raw material is stone. Next to that, we can actually reuse the product. So recycling is also getting more and more important. And a very distinct feature of our product is that we can take it back when a building is demolished, or we can take back from building sites, and we can actually remelt the products in most of our facilities to make brand new products out of the old products. And in some countries we also take quite a lot of what we call secondary raw materials, meaning that we can take waste from other industries that we can actually supplement the stone and also use to produce new products. So we don't offer that facility yet here, but that is something that we do in more and more places. So that is interesting as well.
Danish company in terms of revenue?
3.6 billion euros, right?
That's last year. That's last year.
2020. I mean, how do you sell your products? Do you have a distribution setup, or you sell directly to the customers, like institutional sales? How do you?
We have both, depending on what sector we're supplying. So we have here in India we have a network of distribution, but we also do direct to client sales as well for certain applications.
So can you explain about HVAC insulation?
About what? Sorry.
HVAC insulation. Can you explain?
HVAC.
Heating, ventilation.
Yeah. So we produce a full product portfolio to address that segment here already from our Northwest factory, in both regular insulation materials and in terms of pipe section, and that's exactly the same plant here down in the south of India. But we see it as a growing segment for us.
Yeah,
How big is this Chennai facility? How many acres is there? And what will be the constructed area?
as of today, we have got 56 acres, and we are going to first phase. I mean, initially we are going to start 12 20,000 square meter.
12,000.
20,000 square meter. Overall idea is to reach to 50,000 square meter.
And what is the employment potential?
Yeah, we will create.
Have you started the civil works?
We started the cleaning of the site now.
And foundation will be done by?
Yeah, we are putting everything in place, yeah. So we have started the small office there, so it's moving, it's a long way, yeah. So our idea is to do a groundbreaking by November, so before that we will be doing everything together.
Yeah, so we expect to break ground November and commercial production to start first half of 2026. Yeah.
Does it take so?
Typically, a factory like ours would take around 2.5 to 3 years to build. So here in India, actually, we are on an accelerated construction program.
Because nowadays we see all the buildings getting constructed in less than 10 months.
Yeah, the buildings are the easy part.
Maybe
The building is the easy
yeah,
part. It's the installation of the actual line that is the more complex part. Yeah.
It's complex machinery.
How eco-friendly is this manufacturing unit? What you did for pollution safety?
What was your, sorry, trying to say, like, what sort of safety features you're going to be putting in your practice that it is not going to
So our factories, all of our factories globally operate the latest, what we call abatement technology. And what we always see is that I guess as an industry, we produce or we control our emissions to a very, very high standard. So I mean, this factory will also incorporate the latest abatement technologies to ensure that we more than comply with any emissions.
all environmental related safety features we are going to have in Chennai. Anything else, sir? Anybody?
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for coming here. And we will continue continuously looking at the collaboration in future also. Thanks for all the way coming here. And we also have something, a refreshment arranged here, right? Yeah, right. So please have it and take care.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Warm welcome to everyone. We're really pleased to announce a new investment here in the south of India, where we will build a new stone wool facility, a ROCKWOOL stone wool facility. This is an investment of 550 crores in a place called Chennai, just outside Chennai. It will be a 50,000 ton capacity stone wool factory. We've chosen India. Why have we chosen India? India for us, the largest population in the world, aiming to become the third largest economy by 2030. Our position today in India is that we're a relatively small player in the total insulation market, but we're keen to invest so that we can be part of delivering on India's ambitious growth plans in terms of green transition. The factory itself will be operational the first half of 2026. We expect to create about 150 jobs within the local communities around us, and then of course we create a lot of additional employment through our supply chain and through our supply partners.
I can add that the board of directors of ROCKWOOL has been visiting Chennai for the past week, and we have been extremely encouraged by what we have seen, the people we have spoken to, seeing what is going on, all the growth that is in the area, and also the determination to make the green transition and to improve buildings and codes to getting the country more sustainable, which plays very well with our products and offerings.
Have any plan to do CSR activities with Tamil Nadu NEDP?
We have, yes. We've got a very detailed CSR engagement plan. In fact, we've already kicked that off even prior to construction. And that's something that we will continue to run once we're operational. We look forward to working with the local communities.
To your company, how Indian people will benefit?
So, I mean, all of our products, benefit in terms of we produce products which improve the energy efficiency of buildings. So improved energy efficiency means less energy is consumed. So less energy equals less cost for the normal person within their homes. We also means less energy means it's more environmentally friendly because you're not using as much energy and therefore less pollution to help India on its carbon reduction targets. And then socially, our products help in terms of improving the living environment. So from a health and well-being perspective, our products improve that. And then as a side, our products are also non-combustible, so they make building structures very fire resilient.
Will you choose second plant in Tamil Nadu, especially in Kerala?
I think first we have to sell out on the first plant once we become operational. But South India remains extremely attractive to us. But we do take a national kind of look at the market. So we will, like Thomas mentioned, it will not be another 13 years before we come forward with our next investment in India. But we will keep a close eye on that and put the plant in the right location to service the demands of the market.
Thank you very much.